Okay, so as you can see, I'm back here by the fireplace, just like last year. It's a winter tradition by this point, December, January kind of thing around here. See, my fire's kind of messed up right now. I had to throw a big log in there since we want to burn that. And yeah, what I wanted to talk about today was Looksmaxxing, and this is something that's been in my head for a while, specifically synthetic Looksmaxxing, and how people try to improve their looks through that, and how that damages, for example, longevity and such other things. So yeah, we'll get into that. So first off, let's make some important outlines. I think that looks are a really important thing, especially in the modern world where you see a lot of the superficiality going around, but it's not really our fault. A lot of it is within our genes really, and people making choices based off looks is really just in our genetic code, and it's kind of the first barrier of entry that you have to pass in order to gain, for example, a person's trust. For example, when people approach girls and such other things, looks is obviously the first thing the girl takes into consideration. So I think that improving your looks, and by extension your lifestyle, in that sort of like kind of natural way, it's often called soft maxing, like changing your diet, for example, working out, all of those things. It's really something that I encourage, and I think that everyone should really do in order to improve their chances of success in general. It includes like good eating habits, just good habits in general, like besides the benefit of you looking better from that. But I also wanted to talk about synthetic Looksmaxxing. Now that's something I would say I don't encourage. Why? Well, first of all, it uses synthetic methods, and you may have seen in my last video that I am heavily against anything synthetic. I talked about this, how synthetic things just ruin our longevity, how it can have many side effects and such. For example, the side effects that putting chemicals in your hair has, or that putting chemicals in your face has. All of those sort of things. So synthetic Looksmaxxing is that just like that to the max. I think there's this creator, right, called Clavicular, has been blowing up recently, and I guess I'll just talk about him now because, for example, he uses steroids just to get like a normal physique, like not a normal physique, but a physique that's very achievable without steroids. And I know that's kind of baffling because of the fact that steroids just like mess you up, your fertility, your longevity, and yeah. I think that a lot of what he does can just be achieved through natural methods. It's really unnecessary. I mean, the guy isn't really concerned with longevity or anything, but other people who try to improve like that will want to remain like that for a while. This is a very modern world thing, all of this synthetic methods to improve how you look, when everything is right there, everything is in nature. Like, you can improve how you look by how you eat, by how you train, everything like that. By going out into the sun more often, right? Nowadays, that's not really possible. It gets dark really fast, but in the summer it's really must. In the winter, even in the winter, while there's daylight, go out, go get some sunlight, go get that vitamin D in your skin, go get all of those good processes running in your body. Really, people don't need to hard max, so hard max is this kind of usual synthetic Looksmaxxing, like surgery and all that other stuff, unless they're like really facially deformed, and I mean, that's really, really fringe cases. As we know, like, attractiveness is a bell curve, and in the middle there's the most people. That's kind of like the thing. So most people don't really need any of those hard methods. You just need to fix how you eat, de-bloat yourself, just to put in the minimal kind of effort. You just stop doing anything synthetic, stop using synthetic materials with all of those chemicals on them, so that you improve your hair, you improve your body, you basically improve anything. You improve everything, you improve how you look, you improve even how you feel, because the gut is very related to both the scalp and the mind. So, for example, it will fix your hair, and it will also fix how you think. You will become less depressed. You will feel much better if you are on an optimal kind of diet. And that's kind of what I'm trying to do right now. Like, I'll have a hard period pretty much in January and the beginning of February, but right after that, I'm going to try to make a video where I go on a certain diet for 30 days or so, and how it works out for me, so you can see the results on a concrete person. Also, just one last point that I wanted to bring across. Let me just put some wood in the fire real quick. What I wanted to say was that in the natural lifestyle, we face much less problems than the problems that we are facing today. And I might make a whole video on this, but it's really true. It's really true that we basically must look back on what our ancestors ate, on the lifestyle that our ancestors lived, to get a lot of the answers. It's really that simple. It really is. There's no nuances. Maybe there are a few, but the main point is that we don't have to look that far. We have to look far back into human history, but it's not that hard to do with all of the discoveries made, all of the recent discoveries in human history. So that's my point. Everything is there. Everything is within the natural. So improve with natural.